Well, hi. Welcome back to Glitter 50. So today I'm super excited because I have not used this palette a whole lot, but I really want to use my Sugardrizzle. I forgot what the name of this palette was. It's not written anything on here. Um, Pizza Kitty, I think, or something along those lines, obviously. But here are the shades, which you cannot really see the colors real well. But I really want to use these purples, so I'm going to use those today. I'm going to go ahead and use some of my newer products. I'm using the Party Proof eye primer by ColourPop. I'm not sure what I think about this product. It applies really weird. So it has like this sponge tip applicator, and then it's very dry, and it doesn't feel like you're putting a whole lot on your eyes. I guess because I'm so used to putting everything else that's a little bit thinner, a little bit more opaque. This just, it doesn't cover anything. It just goes on. And because I am 51 years old, it likes to crease. My eyes like to crease. I have hooded eyes, so I'm not sure if this is my favorite or not, but I'm going to find a way to use it. We'll just put it that way. So it's also been a while since I used my Samantha March and Ofra collab. Oh, I was doing my brows. I knew I was doing something when my cat interrupted me earlier. So I'm just going to fill in a little bit of my brows. But I was watching other people do declutters, and I thought, I wonder what palettes I have that I would consider decluttering. I don't think there's any of them right now. I mean, honestly, I'm liking all the ones that I have, but there are a few that I have not used in a while, so I'm going to try to pull them out and use different ones than I have like readily available to me. A little bit more on this side. My brows are pretty good all on their own. I don't necessarily need a lot, but I need a little bit more towards the tail end and a little help towards the inner corners. But for the most part, I have the Twombly brows, which is my grandpa. He had really big, thick, bushy brows. So if you don't know, I've decorated mine with the stickers that were on that came in the package. This is the Samantha March and Ofra with little Aries on there. And then this is the palette. So I'm just going to take I don't even know what kind of brush this is. What kind of brush is this? Oh, it's a Luxie brush. I was like, wait, I got this in a BoxyCharm. And I'm going to go into this color right here, which is called 09, which I believe is the year that she started her YouTube channel. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in all over crease and transition shade. Not really sure what I'm going to go for today as far as a look goes, but we're winging it. Haven't done a tutorial or, doing my makeup for a while, so I figured, well, I did it for Halloween, but I have some newer products that I have not used on camera yet, and so I wanted to bring those out. So this is a mix of the old and the new. Recently I got a mystery box from Juvia's Place, and I have the bronzer and the highlighter that I will be using in a little bit. I'm really liking both of them, so that is fun. And then I haven't used the ColourPop and Sailor Moon blush that I got, but my plan is to use it today. It's like a bright pink color, so hopefully it'll go well. On my lips today, I just have a lip oil because we're still wearing masks here, and I dislike it very much, and so do my lips, but I do it because it's what my job requires. So a little bit more in this, and then I'm going to take, what color is that? Ram, which is this darker blue, or darker purple, I mean. Same fluffy brush. And I'm going to just put this on the outside. I thought it was a deeper color than this, but it looks deeper in the pan, but because I like a darker outer corner, but maybe this will just be the base, because I do have a darker purple in the Pizza Kitty, that's what it was called. I don't know if you can see it, but my eyes are watering. I had a really good eye day yesterday. My eyes didn't water hardly at all, and I was hoping for that today, but there we go. I just want to get it a little bit darker, so I'm just tapping it on, not really brushing or do I want to go deeper? I really do want to go deeper. I just don't know how I'm going to do it yet. On camera it looks really deep. In person it doesn't look so deep. So dot the eyes a little bit. Alrighty, now let's use these colors. I'm going to use Purple Space. Now, I've not used this shade, so I don't know how it's going to act. And like I said, I've already done my base, sort of, so hopefully there's not a whole lot of fallout. Just dabbing this on. Nope, that's not gonna work. So I'm going to take This is just a Wet n Wild kind of flat brush. And I'm going to take my Smashbox, which is my go-to spray. And just get some product on there. And then I'm going to spray it. So I have very little fallout. And now you can see the color payoff. Now there's at least 3 colors, if not 4, that I want to use. I know, I'm a lot extra. Just ask my husband. He'll tell you. I have a little bit of a problem. I wasn't going to say anything, but maybe you guys can help me. Give me some suggestions. My neighbors, they're interesting people. We're friendly enough, but when it comes to their dogs, they are not very nice people. They keep the one dog in a pen, and it's about the size of a room, and they have a shed type thing for her to go in, but they never let her out. She's had 4 litters of puppies, and one of them was recently, like within the past 2 months, 3 months, and all the puppies are gone now, but she used to have a male companion dog that was in the bigger yard with her, like she could at least see him, and that dog has disappeared. I'm not sure where he is right now. And they had kept a puppy from one of the litters last year, but she's all alone in the pen, in the yard. The male dog is gone right now. I have no idea where he went. And she barks, the dog barks and howls all day, all night. And it's been going on for 5 days now. And last night I finally got tired of it because I woke up and I went to my backyard and I screamed at her to shut up. I have the lady's number. She's asked me not to use it to talk to her about the dogs. What do I do? I'm not very happy. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Space Blaster. I feel very sad for the dog. Her name is, I'm not going to say what her name is, but I'm very sad for the dog because my dogs are like my kids and I keep them in the house, and their dogs are just money makers for them. And it upsets me. They're not treated like pets, they're just possessions, which upsets me. Well, this is like a pinky purple duochrome. I don't know if you can see that. on camera, but and it's got like a blue to it as well. Here, let me spray it again. I know you're saying you need to blend it. I will when I'm all done with laying it down, and I've got one more shade that I want to use, and I'm trying to decide right now which one is it that I want to use. Let's see if we can get this color to, do you see that blue purpley? It's a very interesting color. I'll just put it that way. I love it. And you have to trust the process. Just trust the process. I know I keep saying that all the time, but I love that color. It's kind of a halo eye sort of ish. But so here's my dilemma as far as the eyeshadow goes. So this is called Space Burger, which has a purpley blue shift. And then I also have this loose pigment, which is a blue, I can't really, I can open it, but I have to be really careful. See, it's a blue teal. It does have purple to it, but you can't see it in that. What do I do? I think I'm going to go with this. So, here we go. I'm going to dab it. Oof. It's going to be bright. I think I got more than what I really wanted, so I'm going to try and get some off on the lid. Alright. Here we go. Ooh. If you saw my pants, you would understand what I'm trying to achieve here. If you've ever seen the movie Home with the little purple guy with his little blue shirt on, I'm trying to achieve a little bit of that, and this has a little purple in it. You can't really see it unless you twist just right, but I'm going to blend this in. Okay, I'm going to go blend this in and I'll show you when I come back. Alrighty, so the eyes are sort of done, halfway done. So I'm going to take my Red Aspen translucent setting powder. I've put concealer on under my eyes, which is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh. I don't set it a whole lot. I'm just taking a Real Techniques little brush, and I'm just putting a little powder down in my T-zone because I tend to get a little oily there. So That's about enough of that. I really like this powder. It doesn't emphasize my lots of fine little lines that I have under my eyes, but I tend not to use a whole lot of powder because I am 51 and I don't want to emphasize anything. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. and Jen Atkins Mist Me, and I'm spraying my sponge. And I'm just going to go over the top of this, which seems like it defeats the purpose of putting the powder on there, but it will set that powder down in. Alrighty, now I'm going to take just my unicorn brush and my Juvia's Place. I'm going to use this color down here today and see how that looks. My husband says it's too orangey, and what I've been doing is kind of mixing the two. So, and this is probably the one that he says is too orangey, but I like to just go down my nose like this. My dogs seem to think it's feeding time, because this is typically the time that I would be feeding them, but here we go. Alrighty, now I'm going to take this cute little blush. So I don't know if you can see there you go. And it's just a very bright pink. And I'm going to take that on my other unicorn brush. Very bright. And whew, I like blush though. Probably because I'm from the 90s. It looks a lot brighter on camera than it does on my face, I promise. There we go. And that was just a light dusting. Wow. Alrighty, so now I'm going to use my mermaid. I don't think this is the highlighter for me today. I just don't see it. So today I'm going to use, this is my ADA Halo, which is from Shop Miss A. Let me just blend this in a little bit and get the promise you it doesn't look as bright in person as it looks on camera. Now I'm going to just swirl this, little bit of kick up. Oof. And I like to put it above my eyebrow, or below my eyebrows. Ta-da! Now, I'm going to take this little brush, and I'm actually going to dip into this color right here. It's called PU PEW Pew Pew. I'm going to dot that on there. And then I'm just going to put that on the inner corner. As my inner corner highlight, and bring it in on my lower lash line a little bit. It's kind of a pinky purplish green, so it'll tie in both together. You cannot see it on camera, but it's super cute in person. Alrighty, and then I'm going to take the color Space Burger, which is this darker purpley color, and go along my lower lash line. Not that it's gonna stay, but then I get to use all the colors that I wanted to use today. Alright, I'm going to finish this up and I'll be back. Alright, so here's the final look. I added some mascara and some falsies. I used these falsies from Glamlight, and they're called Donut Lashes. This is from the collection where they had the donut, which I love that palette. Haven't used it a whole lot. It's one of those ones that's coming up. But what do you think? I love the look. I think it's beautiful. I think the eyes are so dramatic, which was exactly what I was going for today. So please give me some advice about how to handle the thing with my neighbor and the dogs. I really would appreciate it. And please like, subscribe, comment, and share so that we can get to 100. And just remember, who's better than you? Nobody.